You know, being a PC gamer is great for many reasons, and there is a large library of games to play with a bunch of free-to-play games as well. Some great, some okay, and some are just bad. Well, in this video, I'm going to share my choice for the top 15 free-to-play games on PC right now. Let's go. The first game we are taking a look at is World of Tanks, available on Steam. It's an online multiplayer tank warfare game in the mid-20th century. The game has been out for quite a while, but it still has a large active community, and the game still gets updates till this day. The game is good whether you prefer to be a lone wolf and act as an army of one, or if you prefer team-based combat with friends or just some randoms. The game has you covered, but I prefer teaming up with someone, but it's totally up to you.
Drive on.
The next game is Path of Exile. It's available on Steam. It's an action role-playing game if you're into those. Some call it the free version of Diablo. I wouldn't say that, but there are some similar things about the two. I would say the Path of Exile is all about the grinding. I'm talking grinding for XP, for bills, for gear, for wealth, and doing this over and over and over. But hey, if you have the time on your hands, you probably will enjoy this game. Now we're looking at Warframe, available on Steam, an action role-playing third-person shooter. This is another title that has been around for a while, but it still has a lot of players online, as well as still remains in Steam's list of top 10 free-to-play games, and that says a lot. If you're into looter shooters, this is a great fast-paced game with great customization, allowing you to create your own playstyle with great gameplay. And even though the game is free, there are plenty of great content here to enjoy. This is one of my favorite free-to-play games, that being PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, or just call it PUBG. PUBG is a battle royale game, one of the originals that got the whole BR genre started. A lot slower paced than games such as Fortnite, Apex, or Warzone, but it's more realistic and takes more strategy to get a kill. After the newer BR games have come around, the guns feel real sluggish in this game, especially in first person, but like I said, they were going for more realism, but that's really the only thing I'm going to complain about. Overall, the game is super fun. Even when you die over and over, you will always want to jump right back in. Now we have this free-to-play game that came and dominated the free-to-play scene and changed gaming from here on out. That being Fortnite, another battle royale title. This game really doesn't need an introduction. By now, everyone and their mom knows or have heard about Fortnite. Not as popular as it once was, but the game still has a ton of people playing it with new updates coming all the time. That keeps things somewhat fresh, as well as keeps a lot of money coming from microtransactions. Hate it or love it, you have to give Fortnite its props for how it just came out of nowhere and dominated the gaming industry. Let's keep it going with the battle royale games, the next one being Apex Legends, another one of my favorites, available on Steam. This game stands out from the other BRs mostly because of its characters that make the game unique. They all are different with their own unique abilities and special attacks. It's like Overwatch meets Titanfall, giving us great gameplay, great character design, and high replay value. I love it. And if you haven't played this title yet, like, what are you doing? And the last battle royale game that I will be mentioning on my list is Warzone. And this game is available on the Battle.net storefront. Just like Apex, the guns feel so good, there's plenty of them, and the movement is fast paced and the replay value is high. The game is super fun, but I will admit there are a lot of cheaters in the game that can ruin your experience, but they have been working on this issue. But even with this issue, I can't take away the fact that this game feels so smooth and makes you just want to jump back in over and over, even if you can't win a game.
Execute all targets in the AO.
Taking a break from the Battle Royales, we have Rocket League, a vehicular soccer game available on the Epic Game Store. This is another game that has been around for a while, but still has an active community today, and the game is also cross-compatible between all consoles and PC. The goal is to get the ball in your opponent's goal while using speed boosters and tricks. It's really fun, and the game has online play with different game modes, and best of all, it has offline split screen multiplayer, so you can play with your friends in the same room on the same couch. Now we have Halo Infinite, available on Steam. Now this isn't the campaign, just the multiplayer, but that's all most people care about nowadays anyways, right? It's still your classic Halo gameplay, and not much has changed here besides maps, graphics, and a few new features. Oh, and most important, now we have a grapple hook. Hey look, and this isn't a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with the same formula as long as it's still fun, but I think it's time to get a little more creative with the gameplay or the game modes to keep players coming back. But hey, it's all good.
Repulsor obtained.
Now here is a title you may have never heard of called Splitgate, available on Steam. It's a multiplayer first-person shooter that came out of nowhere. The game wasn't that popular when released, but started gaining traction out of nowhere and now has a lot of online players. Also, the game is cross-compatible across all consoles and PC, so you can play with your friends easily. Imagine if Halo and Portal could become one game. This is probably what you would get. An arena shooter with great gameplay and the ability to use portals to get the advantage over your opponent. This is a must try if you haven't played it yet. I'm sure you may have heard of Counter-Strike. Well, imagine that in a cartoon world with characters with special abilities and cool guns. Well, you have Valorant, available on Riot Games' official site. Valorant is a team-based tactical shooter and first-person shooter set in the near future. You play as one of the set of agent characters designed based on several countries and cultures around the world, and the game has different modes to play. I really enjoyed it, but be aware, there are some hardcore gamers online that take this game serious.
One enemy remaining.
Spike spotted.
Now this is a fighter called Brawlhalla, available on Steam. We all know we can't get Super Smash Bros on PC, but we can get this game for free. It's basically a clone of Smash and it's really fun, especially with friends. The game still gets regular season updates, has a big roster of fighters and plenty of gadgets so that everything continues to feel fresh. Also, there is cosmetic items and new characters you can buy, but I prefer just saving your money and enjoy the free content. Destiny 2, a first-person shooter that's available on Steam. Now here, you get the base game with 2 expansions free, so not everything is available for free here, but it's enough. Now, I will admit, the game is good and can have you hooked and spending money for more content once you're into it. The gameplay is smooth, the storytelling is good, and the weapons are fun. And the game offers a wide variety of activities to engage players. You need to check this one out. This game is called Smite, a third-person multiplayer online battle arena that's available on Steam. If you have ever heard of or played League of Legends or Dota 2, well, this game follows the same style. Basically, you are on a team of 5 trying to fight your way into your opponent's base. But unlike those other types of games that are top-down view, here you are in third person, which I enjoy more honestly. If you're not into or haven't played a battle arena game, I think you should give this one a try. You may enjoy it. And the last game I'm gonna mention is Paladins, a online hero shooter available on Steam. Most people call this game the free version of Overwatch. Well, call it what you want, but the game is super fun. The action is fast paced with hardly any downtime, the gameplay is smooth, and there are plenty of characters to choose from that have their own playstyle. And no need to worry if your friends are on console because this game is cross compatible.